Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to explain the benefits of meal planning, and then I'm going to show you the meal planners that I have available. So there's pretty obvious benefits, of course. I'm just going to give my opinion on this and see if anything pops up. Usually when I make my videos, I don't script them, I just come up with whatever I think of at the time. So the number one on this list is to help you stay on track with eating healthy. So the whole reason why I made these meal planners that I make is because I know what it's like to want to eat healthy, but it's just too hard. It's not something that you can just start doing without having some kind of guidance and some kind of system. So, if your goal is to start eating healthier, then that is the purpose of why I made these planners, is to help people achieve that goal. Number two, no food will go to waste. You will save money. And I have learned this in my own life because I'm trying to cut down on how much I spend on food. And I noticed that when I started using my planners and actually planning out my meals, that I literally ate everything. So I can't even estimate how much I've saved by that. So number three, it helps you incorporate new foods into your diet and actually eat them. This kind of goes in a little bit with number one, but I wanted to elaborate more on number three because a lot of people they'll get all motivated and they'll go out and buy this new vegetable that they want to try. And then they'll have it at home and it'll sit and it'll sit and then it'll go bad before they actually eat it. Or they might make a new recipe, and then when they're done, they might forget about it and then just go drift back to their usual style of eating, their usual diet. So, having a planner can help keep you um, eating the foods that you want to eat, and that's one of the pages of one of my journals that I'll go into. It kind of helps with that specifically. And number four, it's fun. And if you're if you're a reader of my blog or have watched enough of my videos, you know that I'm a planner addict. I think planning is fun, and well, the act of writing down what's in your mind and organizing things, it's fun to people that think it's fun, obviously, but it's motivating and it's inspirational to write down the foods that you want to eat and then start planning meals around them and then actually making them happen and then actually noticing a difference in your health because of it. So that's why I think meal planning is fun. All right, so I'm gonna go over my first one here. This was the first meal planner that I made. Um, I've actually made three, kind of two, but three versions. So this is the first one, and this is, I called it the Ultimate Meal Planner Bundle because at the time it was the only one I had. Um, this is a little different than the one I'll go over next. So the first page of this one is just a month and it's undated. So you can start this anytime. You can print this as many times as you need. So this can help you write down what meals you want to eat on which days. And there's more in depth to that. So it kind of looks a little weird right now, but trust me, it all goes together. So these are the daily pages, and you'll have a page for each day. So there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then there's 3 lines for each meal, and then there's the ingredient lines so that you can, when you're making your grocery list, you'll know exactly which ingredients for each meal that you need. And so you can see there's one for each day of the week. And then we get to this sheet, and this is kind of an inventory sheet for everything that you have in your kitchen before you go to the grocery store. So you can write down what you already have and then write down what you need to buy. This is a sheet for recipes that you want to try. I wish I would have had this before I made it, because there were so many times where I would scribble down these little notes on anything I could find, and then I would lose them, I'd forget about them, or like I said, like I wouldn't even have the sheet to write it down, so I would forget. I would try to remember what I wanted to try, and I couldn't remember. So this sheet is perfect to have on your refrigerator, so that anytime you see or hear of a recipe, you can write it down and you won't forget it. So here's another one, kind of related to that last one about recipes. You'll notice that this is it's aimed at people that are really into cooking. It's aimed at foodies. So if you are a recipe freak and you just love trying new recipes, this one is great for you, because it's got this sheet, which would have a section for what you made, what the results were, and if you would make it again or not. And here's a page where you can keep track of the foods that you want to eat more of. And this might seem really um, overboard for most people, but if you're a planner and you really love food, this will come in handy. And I am one of those people, so I wished I would have had this a long time ago, because I, I always forget. I mean, there's so many foods. There are so many foods. There's even tons that I haven't tried. And to have a place where you can write them all down and keep track of the ones that you do like, this is what that is for. And then there's foods that you want to eat less of. So this will come in handy when you're making your weekly or monthly meal plan. The ones you want to eat less of, you can take off of your list, and then they won't be added anymore. And then there's a page for notes. That's always handy. So now I'm going to go over the next one, and this is the one that I have two versions of. One is a digital version and one's a printable version. So the digital version is available for annotation apps such as GoodNotes, um, any kind of iPad app where you can edit PDFs. This will work for that. So you download the file and then you can literally write on it on there. And then the printable one is for people that don't want to do it digitally. The ones that, like me, they would rather have it written down. So there's two options there. All right, so I'm going to go over each page in this meal planner. This was the second one that I made, and I guess I made this one, I first made the digital version to have, so I'd have two for whatever version people wanted. And then I realized that I would like to have this one in a printable version for myself. So here is the first page where you write down the food item or the meal that you want for that month, or just in general. And then you can put a little check for if you want to eat it once a week, 2 to 3 times a week. Oh, looks like I have a little mistake in there. I'm gonna have to fix that. Um, that might even be mixed up from what it was originally. But then there's 2 to 3 times a month or once a month. So then that will help you schedule your month. And here is the month page. So this gives you a whole month of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they're color coded so they're easy to see which one's which. And then here is the weekly page, where every week you can narrow it down. Things might change, so this you can put on your refrigerator, and if you have a family, then they can kind of look forward to what they see coming up down the line, kind of like they did in school. And here's the daily one. So this is just a even more detailed list. And I want to note also that you don't need to use every one of these pages, because somebody might just want to use the daily one, or just the weekly one, or just the monthly one. But I've included all of them because that is, it's the best way to make everybody happy. And I've included snacks on the daily one too, because those are usually something that pop up last minute. And then here's the grocery list. And this is organized by category. And then there's an other down there for things that are not fruit, vegetables, dairy, protein, and pantry items. Here's another one similar to the other one, eat more. So anything that you want to add to your menu, you can add on this. And here's an eat less one. And then this is another recipe log page. And then here is another experiments page similar to the other one. And then a notes page. So these are, like I said, they're pretty similar to the other one. They're just, different colors, different layout, different organizational, details. So there's plenty of options if you want either one if you want digital or printable. So I hope this video has helped you realize how important it is to plan your meals and how what's the word I'm thinking of? Monumental, maybe? That might work. How it is for getting you to change your diet. It takes more than just your will because willpower is not very strong. Um, so if you plan what you want to eat and that's all you have in your house and everything's scheduled from day to day, it'll help keep you on track. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and like my channel for more videos about healthy eating and holistic health in general. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.